Hi everyone, my name is Jan Hägglund, CEO of Enea, and I'll take this chance to summarize 2020, a very eventful year for the world and for our company. Summarize a bit of the key events during 2020, of course including our financials, but also give you an update of our strategy, in particular the growth areas that Enea is investing in. And towards the end, talk a bit about the future. How are we moving forward and how do we see this year and coming years? But who are we? Who is Enea? Well, Enea, I think we can claim, is a world-leading software company. Our focus is entirely on software. We are primarily a product company addressing two important markets, telecommunications and cybersecurity, with a range of software components, high value, where we have the chance of either being or becoming a leading provider. Now 2020 was a very special year. I think it will forever go to the history as the year of the corona pandemic. And for sure this has affected our market, it has affected our business, and it has affected us as a company. I mean, for one thing, we very quickly had to transform our operations into work from home, like most of our customers. And it has put pressure on our revenue. But having said that, we've also made significant steps in the direction of our strategy. We have confirmed our strong position in a number of areas, like 5G data management, video traffic optimization and management, and deep packet inspection for cybersecurity. And we've also seen a lot of interest for some of our new offerings, like for example our virtualization portfolio. This gives us the confidence to continue to execute, continue to invest, and that is exactly what we've been doing. Invest in 5G, in particular focusing on data management for 5G core networks, continue to invest in 5G core in general, which is predicted to be an area of extremely high importance for telecom operators going forward, and continue to invest in virtualization platforms. During 2020, we also made yet another acquisition, yet another successful acquisition for Enea. On 1st of October, we acquired the Swedish company Aptilo, a leader in Wi-Fi and IoT, the Internet of Things, which strengthens our data management portfolio, adds new customers and sales capabilities. Financially, 2020 was a stable year. We were able, despite headwind on our top line, despite difficulties to travel, despite industry events being cancelled, we were able to maintain and exceed an operating margin of 20% and above. And we did continue to generate strong cash flows, and we did also maintain and improve, in fact, our net debt position. All of this gives us the opportunity to continue to invest. Continue to invest organically through our own R&D development, and also through complementary acquisitions, like the acquisition of Aptilo on 1st of October. Summarizing a bit of the financials then. Our net sales for 2020 came in at 915 million SEK. Operating margin, excluding non-recurring items, came in at 24.2%, corresponding to an earnings per share of 6.63 Swedish crowns. Operating cash flow was 274 million SEK, and the net debt to EBITDA, an important KPI for us and our investors, was 0.81, a strong and solid financial position, which also gives us the opportunity to invest. R&D investments were about a quarter of our sales. 26.6% of all our net sales were reinvested into R&D, either expensed or capitalized. For those of you who've been following Enea for a number of years, you've seen that Enea has been and is still a company in transformation. We report three big product groups. One is network solutions, one is operating systems, and one is software development services. And as you see on this chart here, it's been a change where the relative importance of network solutions has increased, and it's now by far the biggest segment of Enea. During 2020, it accounted for 66% of our revenues and growing, which is very pleasing to see. Then we do have a decline in several years in operating system solutions due to the fact that our customers, especially our key accounts, are increasingly using open source instead of proprietary operating systems. And for software development services, we did have an effect during 2020 from some customers, in particular customers then who were hit by the corona pandemic and had to take action on their costs. But all in all, I think we're very pleased to see the development of network solutions, where of course the acquisition of Aptilo contributed positively. Now, not only financials have been transformed, but very much also the customer base. We have a strong and broad customer base where we since many years have customers in software development services and operating systems. But as you see here, the growth of network solutions have added a number of new customers, both system providers, where we help them to develop a bigger system, and also operators. Some of the world's biggest and most advanced telecom operators are on the list of Enea's customers. So let me say a few words about our strategy and going forward. Enea's strategy, as I mentioned before, is to focus on software. We're a software company, we don't develop, we don't distribute hardware, but we stay with software because that's where our strength is. It scales, it has high gross margins, and it's really where we believe the future is going. We are selective also as a product company. We don't build entire systems, but rather components of larger systems. High value components where we are number one or can take a leading position as a provider. And we leverage some important trends on the market. I mean, 5G is one of the big changes now that will change telecommunications and many industries for a number of years to come. Based on cloud native deployment, which means software developed for and deployed in cloud systems. And the third trend here, which affects us and of course our customers, is cybersecurity. The increased threats of cybersecurity makes it necessary to invest and protect networks and systems across the world. And we are very happy about the contribution we do in that area, primarily through our traffic intelligence offering. Now this chart here is a way to summarize our product offering and also the markets where we're active. We have a number of markets where we have or can claim a number one position, like embedded operating systems for access networks, like Wi-Fi data management coming in through Aptilo, like video traffic optimization, where we have, I think, 8 out of 10 of the world's biggest operators as our customers, and traffic intelligence, which is a key element for many cybersecurity applications. Then we also have areas like 4G, 5G data management, which are growth areas where we are already working with large operators, the most advanced operators during the world. In fact, we added a few of those during 2020. And then finally, we have new areas, new investment areas where we have recently launched offerings where the market is still in an early phase, like virtualization platforms for the edge, and like Internet of Things connectivity, where we have recently also taken the first reference contracts. We see those as growth opportunities for the future, where the market most likely will take off during the years to come. Let me summarize a bit of the key events in these areas during the year. First of all, 4G, 5G data management. It was really a big year for this area with some significant and important wins, both of a large contract in North America as well as another large multi-year contract in Europe. These are major reference wins for us. They will be in delivery during a number of years, and they will hopefully serve as a reference for other customers and other operators as they make their choices going forward. In the area of Wi-Fi data management and IoT, we added this to our offering thanks to the acquisition of Aptilo on 1st of October 2020. Aptilo is a global company serving more than 100 operators in 75 countries and has a unique offering for public Wi-Fi and subscriber management. And with a combination of what Enea does in 4G and 5G, it gives us a quite unique position on the market, being able to address both cellular networks and networks based on Wi-Fi, in particular the new Wi-Fi standards, Wi-Fi 6. It's also pleasing to see that we in the fourth quarter took an important reference contract with an EU authority for public networks, something that will generate revenue during a number of years to come. Video traffic optimization is an area where we have a solid, strong position, and we continue to deliver on that. We have a broad customer base where we help customers like, for example, Vodafone, to improve the end user experience in networks, in particular of video, which is the growing service that we are consuming on the internet. And we also added contracts both in the Middle East and in North America during the year. Important reference contracts that also will continue to generate revenues for us during the years to come. Now, edge virtualization, as I mentioned before, a new area for us. We're excited about this. It's a new market where different segments are being targeted, in particular SD-WAN, software-defined wide area networks. And two of our customers, Videns of Holland and Inc., a Pan-African operator, are using our technology then to provide these new SD-WAN based solutions. So we're looking forward to adding customers here and to see how these networks are deployed, and step by step also through recurring revenue add to Enea's financials during the years to come. And finally, something about our position in traffic intelligence, yet another area where we are recognized as the world market leader. Broad customer base, several customers added during the year. One example is the German IT specialist Genoa that are using our traffic intelligence software for their rich services, protecting sensitive networks. So summarizing, we have a number of areas where we have an established market leadership, like Wi-Fi data management, like video optimization and traffic intelligence. We have a number of growth areas, probably more growth opportunities than Enea's ever had, including 5G data management, virtualization for the edge, and IoT, Internet of Things connectivity. Our solid financial position makes it possible for us to continue to invest both organically through our own R&D and innovation capability, and we have, I think, a proven ability to also make complementary acquisitions, Aptilo being the most recent one. But if you look back, we've in fact done one acquisition per year during the last 4 years, and this remains a part of our strategy going forward. So going forward then, well, we believe we're positioned for long-term growth based on exciting market development, exponential traffic increase, more devices coming on board in networks, based on a broad customer base where we also have a direct relation with some of the world's most important and most advanced customers. Our products are well positioned. They're software oriented, they're built for the cloud, cloud native, and they're recognized in many cases for technology leadership. Our financial position is strong. We continue to generate profit and cash flow, and we have a balance sheet which allows continued investments. And last but not least, the competence. Enea has become a company of world-leading global competence, where we have an international team with presence in many of our key markets, and where we have the opportunity to leverage this international experience and expertise to innovate and build new offering, which also gives a culture of being able also to onboard new competence. The fact that we have a model for integrating new companies into our operation is also an asset, so we're confident that we can do it again once we find the next acquisition opportunity. So long term, we have a positive outlook on the market. We believe that the growing markets of 5G, edge virtualization, IoT, and cybersecurity have the chance of generating growth for us during several years to come. And our position as a smaller vendor compared to many of the larger system vendors gives us the opportunity to challenge and to be innovative with new solutions. So we have an ambition to significantly grow revenues during years to come based on organic growth, in particular organic growth of network solutions and complementary acquisitions, to maintain an operating margin above 20% like we have done during recent years. And this all in all together means an ambition to surpass an annual revenue of 1.5 billion SEK by year 2023. Then this year we are still in a situation of the corona pandemic, which does create risks for our customers, for the market, and risks and variations for our earnings. Having said that, we still believe that we can generate revenue increase relative to last year, and we are confident also that we can generate an operating margin of above 20%, despite the risks of the corona pandemic. So with that, I'll just thank you for listening, and I'd in particular like to thank all Enea's shareholders for your support. I'd like to thank Enea's customers for your collaboration, and of course Enea's employees for your strong contribution during the year. I look forward to together developing the company in a sustainable way with growth towards an exciting future. Thank you very much.